You're pulled over for something small, a rolling stop, a tag light out, nothing serious. The officer walks up, and before he even asks for your license, he says it. Roll your window all the way down. Something about that sentence feels different from everything else in the stop. It's not a question, it's not really small talk, it's a command. And most people roll it down without thinking twice, because it feels like the easiest, most cooperative thing to do. Here's what almost nobody understands about that exact request. It's not just about him hearing you better. It's the opening move of the entire stop, and how you handle it can quietly shape everything that happens next. I'm going to walk you through what that request is really about, the biggest mistake people make the moment they hear it, and exactly what to say and do instead, so you stay cooperative without giving away more than you have to. My name is Landon Vance, and this is one of those moments that feels too small to matter, until you understand exactly what's happening behind it. Here's the truth behind the request. A fully rolled down window does two things for an officer. First, yes, officer safety. He can see your hands, see inside the car, hear you clearly. That part's legitimate, and in most places, officers can lawfully ask you to roll your window down enough to communicate and verify your identity. But the second reason is the one nobody talks about. A window rolled all the way down gives him a clear, unobstructed view and a clear path for his sense of smell, right into your car, your cup holders, your back seat, anything sitting in plain sight that he can later say he observed without ever needing a search warrant. That's the part most people never think about when they crank that window all the way down without a second thought. Mistake number one. People roll the window down completely, every single time, automatically, because it feels rude not to. The problem is, full visibility into your car gives him plain view of literally everything inside it. And plain view is one of the easiest justifications an officer can use to escalate a routine stop into a search. You haven't done anything wrong. You've just handed him a wide open window, literally, into probable cause. Here's what you do instead. Roll the window down enough to talk clearly and hand him your documents. Usually about halfway is more than enough for him to see you, hear you, and verify who you are. If he asks for it to go down further, you can say it calmly. I can hear you fine, officer. This should work for what you need. You're not refusing to comply, you're not being difficult, you're just not handing over more visibility than the situation actually calls for. Mistake number two. The moment the window's down, a lot of officers will lean in slightly and start scanning your dashboard, your console, the back seat, all while making small talk to keep you relaxed and looking elsewhere. People get comfortable here because the conversation feels casual, and that's exactly the point. Calm, friendly conversation is often the easiest way to get someone to glance away and stop paying attention to what's actually happening in the car. The move here isn't to be cold or suspicious looking, it's just awareness. Keep your hands visible, keep your answers short and polite, and don't feel like you need to fill every silence with extra conversation. Yes, officer, here's my license and registration is plenty. You don't owe him a play-by-play of your day to seem cooperative. Mistake number three, and this is a big one. After the window's down and documents are handed over, some officers will ask, almost casually, "Mind if I take a look inside?" Or, "What's in the bag in the back seat?" People panic here because it sounds like such a small, harmless question, and they either explain everything in detail or just say, "Go ahead," without thinking about what that actually means. The second you say yes to a look inside your vehicle, you've just given consent to a search that he may not have otherwise had any legal basis for. What you say instead, calm, polite, same tone as everything else. "I don't consent to a search, but I'm not trying to make this difficult. Here's everything you've asked for so far." That sentence protects you completely. It's not aggressive, it's not a confrontation. It's simply not handing over consent for something he'd otherwise need actual probable cause or a warrant to do. Mistake number four. If at any point things start to feel like they're sliding from a routine stop into something more questions, more officers showing up, more pressure to just make this easy by letting him look around. People often cave right at the end out of pure exhaustion, just to get the stop over with faster. That's exactly when the most damage gets done, because giving in at the very last moment after holding strong the whole time still counts as consent. The fix is staying consistent the whole way through, not just at the start. Same calm tone, same short response, every single time it comes up. I'm not consenting to a search, but I'm cooperating with everything I'm required to do. Repetition isn't rudeness here. It's just making sure your position doesn't quietly erode the longer the stop drags on. Here's why all of this actually matters together. None of these 4 moments are about being combative or making the stop harder than it needs to be. You're still handing over your license, your registration, your insurance, you're still being polite, you're still doing everything you're legally required to do. What you're not doing is handing over extra visibility, extra conversation, and extra consent just because the request felt small and harmless in the moment. A simple window crank can open the door, literally, to a search that never should have happened. And most people never even realize that's what just took place until it's too late to take it back. One more thing before you go. This isn't legal advice for your specific situation, and exactly how far an officer can require a window down and what counts as consent in your state can vary depending on where you live. If you're ever genuinely unsure about your rights during a stop, talk to a local attorney who knows the laws where you are. But now you know what that simple request is actually about, and the calm, steady way to handle it so you stay cooperative without giving away more than the moment actually calls for.